Homemade bread. Nothing like it during the COVID-19 pandemic. My name is Brad Horn and I'm the Director of Missions for the Keystone Baptist Association. Did you know that it takes 9 seconds for a combine to harvest enough wheat to make about 70 loaves of bread? Poor Ruth. It would have taken her a whole year. Napoleon gave a common bread its name when he demanded a loaf of dark rye bread for his horse during the Prussian campaign. Pain pour Nicole, he ordered, which meant bread for Nicole, his horse, not his wife, but his horse. To the locals, it sounded like pumpernickel. When living overseas, I often worked with students practicing their English. When meeting for the first time, I would introduce myself as Brad. They would tell me they thought it was a great name because they ate it all the time. One guy actually said, "I eat you." That was really strange. That is when I realized that they thought my name was Bread. I lost count of how many times I had to politely tell someone that my name was Brad and not Bread. Assuming a sandwich was eaten for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, it would take 168 days to eat the amount of bread produced from 1 bushel of wheat. A family of 4 could live 10 years off the bread produced by 1 acre of wheat. Bread is mentioned 253 times in the Bible, so it's very important. The Israelites were supernaturally provided manna in the desert for 40 years, and Elijah was supernaturally provided bread in Zarephath. Jesus was tempted with turning a stone into bread, but said to Satan that man does not live by bread alone. It takes more than just bread to live. Jesus says in John 6 that he is the bread of life. Manna only provided temporary physical life. The Israelites ate it and eventually died. Jesus is a bread of a different kind. He is from heaven and gives life. A person who eats of that bread will not die. Jesus said that they must eat his flesh and drink his blood, which really grossed them out. I believe that Jesus was not talking about the Eucharist or the Lord's Supper, since that was not instituted for another year at the Last Supper. Eating the living bread was a figure of speech that meant believing in him, like listening to him and seeing him. It was another figure of speech when Jesus said, "We must drink his blood." Leviticus said that you must not eat any blood. But blood was also understood as a means of atonement. It is the blood that makes atonement for one's life. Those who eat the living bread believe in Jesus and drink his blood, believe in his atonement, have found eternal life. Like the song says, "Give me Jesus." Now I have a hankering for some soft homemade bread.